This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
On this Friday, July the 5th, a Storm Team 6 alert day as we take a view from our Weather Now cameras. A beautiful day for now, evening throughout central Indiana. Heat and humidity for all, downpours for a few. Good evening, I'm Rafael Sanchez. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory for the latest on when and where the heavy rainfall is expected tonight. Kevin, looks pretty good for now. What's going on?
Looks can be deceiving. It is still very humid. Look at that dew point. When it's in the mid 60s, it's uncomfortable. When it's in the 70s, it really grabs your attention. 82 degrees as you look in on Victory Field. Actually, a doubleheader there tonight. They started the first game 6:05. They may play baseball until midnight. We're dry in Marion County. Let's head up just north of Zionsville, crossing 421 towards Sheridan. Just south of Frankfort. This is some heavy rainfall, but at least it's moving, and that will slow people down in eastern Boone County as a result of the heavy rainfall. Also over Cass County as that moves northeast into Miami County. You'll see your temperatures cool off, and torrential rainfall south of Terre Haute to near Vincennes. Temperatures cooled by the rain. 76 in Lafayette, 79 in Bloomington. Well, it's 89 in Peru temporarily. Between now and 11, scattered thunderstorms. Anytime you see the rain, it will pour. May see an inch in some spots. Temperature still 77 at 11.
Okay, Kevin, thank you so much. As summer temperatures peak, many people are sweating it out without air conditioning. The health department is cracking down on landlords to make sure they fix those broken AC units. Troy Holyfield is staying cool with fans and, as you can see, opening windows. The health department issued a violation notice this week to his apartment complex, Emerson Place. They were supposed to fix the problem by July the 3rd, but tenants say it's still not fixed.
Okay. How long has the air conditioning been out?
Not awesome. They had it on. They come out here to work a couple of times, but it go right back out the same day.
Emerson Place's office was closed today. Call 6 investigates found they are not alone. Since May the 3rd, the Marion County Health Department issued 113 orders for broken air conditioning. 31 of them were considered an emergency. The health department says they typically reserve emergency orders for when someone is elderly or has a serious medical need for AC. A solemn moment for those committed to protecting and serving here in Indianapolis. Today, Metro Police honored an officer killed in the line of duty. It's been 5 years since the shooting death of IMPD officer Perry Wren. A ceremony in his honor was held this afternoon around his gravesite at Crown Hill Cemetery. Officer Wren was shot and killed while responding to a call of shots fired at East 34th Street and Forest Banner Avenue on July 5th of 2014. The gunman was convicted of his death. Police say the incident serves as a reminder that they will always get out of their cars.
But he left us with a legacy to follow. Perry Wren knew everyone on his beat. Whether he knew it or not, he taught us that part of serving is investing time and developing relationships.
Perry Wren's killer is serving life in prison without parole at the state prison in Michigan City. A popular roller coaster at Indiana Beach Amusement Park is now under some tight scrutiny. A 12-year-old girl says she was shocked as she got off the Hoosier Hurricane last month. Now, the Indiana Department of Homeland Security says the girl went to a doctor and is doing okay, but the incident came just 2 days after a 12-year-old boy collapsed and died after getting off the same ride. Doctors say his medical condition was not caused by the ride. Indiana Beach says the Hoosier Hurricane has been examined thoroughly. An Indiana native and star of MTV's Teen Mom, OG, has been arrested for battery. Now, police took Amber Portwood into custody this morning at her home in Indianapolis. Portwood has 2 children, ages 1 and 10. She and her boyfriend, Andrew Glennon, recently announced on the show that they are expecting a child. Now, Portwood is preliminarily charged with felony domestic battery with a child under 16 present. This isn't Portwood's first brush with the law. She spent 17 months in prison in 2012 after violating her probation from a drug possession case. Summer officially began last month, but a safe summer in the Circle City, that began today. Mayor Joe Hogsett and other city leaders launched the expanded Safe Saturdays program, now called Safe Summer. Now, the goal of Safe Summer is to provide even more programs and free activities to keep local teens from drifting into violence. Several city parks will have extended hours, and community centers will open up their facilities on Friday nights to provide safe spaces for youths 13 and older.
Each location will offer something a little different. We will have here types of open gym where kids can come in and play basketball, kickballs, dodgeball, pool, as well as open mic nights. We're going to have open mic nights for poetry reading, for rapping and tapping and dancing and whatever else the kids want to do.
A lot is going on. The city of Indianapolis says it decided to expand Safe Saturdays after an overwhelming response from the community. Mayor Hogsett says a $10,000 donation from the Central Indiana Community Foundation helped pay for the expansion. The Safe Summer program will last through August 10th. For more information on all of these different types of programs throughout the city, go to the Indy Parks website. There are now 2 new members joining the Metro Police Force, and they're saddled up and ready to serve. Thanks to the generosity of HGTV's 2 Chicks and a Hammer, the Mounted Patrol now have 2 new horses, Axel and Abel. These horses usually cost at least $5,000, and those with the patrol say the private sector keeps making them more and more expensive. The Mounted Patrol helps with crowd control, giving officers, as you can imagine, a better view versus those foot patrols. The horses also help engage more with the community. 2 Chicks and a Hammer, Mina and Karen say they wanted to give back to those who protect our city.
I have goosebumps and I want to cry. That's my situation, because these officers are amazing. The training that they go through and the work they do with the horses, you know, they don't just ride the horses. They clean the horses, they feed the horses, they muck the stalls. And they're just such a good presence in our city. They're so helpful.
Here's a call to action. You can show support by donating to the IMPD Mounted Patrol so that they can build permanent stables for all of their horses on the city's near west side. If you love animals, take a little time to be kind. And that's the message of a new campaign launched by Spay Neuter Services of Indiana. It's called July Acts of Kindness. All you have to do is something nice for an animal shelter, dog, or a cat. You could take an animal for a walk, foster for a day, adopt, buy a Spay Neuter license plate, or even share a post on social media.
People don't realize the power that social media has, and we see it all around us. If you share a post of an animal, it might reach the right person at the right time, and one animal out of a shelter saves the spot for another animal coming into the shelter. So you're truly saving a life by just advocating.
Services of Indiana says you can also donate money or supplies to a shelter, or even just say thank you to the people who work there. Just make sure to share your acts of kindness and include the hashtag July Acts of Kindness. Still on the news at 7, just 15 years old, a rising tennis star remains unbeaten at Wimbledon, and her talent led to the last-minute change of heart for another tennis pro. We'll explain next, but first, let's check in with Kevin.
Watching radar, Cass County, heavy downpour. It's moving to the east. Heads up as you go through Walton and just west of Peru and Bunker Hill. It's not the only downpour. I'll show you more.
Only on RTV6 News.
This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
15-year-old tennis phenom Coco Gauff is taking Wimbledon by storm. My goodness, she's simply amazing. She just won her 3rd match, moving on to the round of final 16 players. More now from ABC's Andrea Fujiji.
In a thrilling match at center court, the 15-year-old tennis sensation showed the determination that champions are made of, pulling out a come-from-behind victory to move on to the 4th round. Coco Gauff is the youngest player to make it to Wimbledon's 3rd round since 1991. She stole headlines after her stunning upset of Venus Williams in the 1st round, and her newfound fame leading to some unexpected drama as British tennis player Jay Clark admitted he dumped his doubles partner to play with Coco instead.
Yeah, she asked me to play, and there was no bigger name this week. I've known Coco for a while, and she's really nice.
Harriet Dart reportedly found out she was being dumped last minute on Monday by text. ESPN tennis commentator Patrick McEnroe says Coco is an impressive talent.
She may not win Wimbledon this year, but bank it, she will win it sometime in the near future. So she's been groomed for this. She's played a lot of big junior tournaments in her career already against much older players. So I think in that sense, she was ready for this moment.
Those who know Coco well agree with Goff's first tennis coach, Sly Black, who says she was the best 10-year-old to ever play the sport.
First of all, she had the physical ability. That was one thing. And her mental toughness was way ahead of her age.
And Coco's determination sure to take her far.
It just shows that if you really work hard, you can get where you want to go.
Goff's next singles match is scheduled for Monday against Simona Halep of Romania. And no rest for Goff as her mixed doubles match is scheduled for Saturday. In New York, Andrea Fujii, ABC News.
Oh yeah, they were excited. This a look inside the bar owned by Coco Gauff's parents in Delray Beach, Florida. The moment she won today's match, those folks went wild. A huge crowd showed up to watch, including friends and family. What an exciting time for family and friends of that young lady, an amazing athlete. Aftershocks continue one day after the largest earthquake hit Southern California in 2 decades. Meanwhile, locals are starting to tally the damage. Yesterday's 6.4 magnitude tremor hit just after 10:30 in the morning local time in the Mojave Desert. Everyone was caught off guard, including children you see here performing at a 4th of July parade, and a man who was under his car changing his transmission.
I was under the car and it started doing this. So I yanked out of the car. Boom, everything fell to the floor, the whole car.
Some scary moments there. Patients at a hospital were evacuated out of safety precautions, and a nearby mobile home community was hit hard, knocking one of the units off of its foundation you see right there. Seismologists are describing this situation as a strike slip quake, meaning the two plates along the fault rub against each other in opposite directions. The deadline has now passed for the Trump administration to submit a letter explaining a reason for adding a citizenship question to the census. The Supreme Court, as you may recall, gave leaders until noon today to provide an explanation. It said the first rationale seemed invented and not genuine. The administration said the question would help improve the voting rights law. The White House says it's looking at every option to get the question on the census, even though printing has begun without the question. One report now says that President Trump is considering using executive action on this issue. Some good news for the future of space travel. New research says that astronauts who spend time in space are not dying early, which is good news. Scientists say the exposure to space radiation, surprisingly, does not seem to cause disease or early death. Researchers studied 418 astronauts and cosmonauts and identified 89 deaths related to cancer and or cardiovascular disease. Those are both linked to radiation exposure. Now, scientists say longer missions and the ones that are further away may be a different story. We'll have to see what happens. Here on Earth, here on the ground, your forecast of this weekend, it's going to be a little rumbly, right? Maybe some pop-up showers, heat, humidity.
Tomorrow especially, so outdoor activity is likely interrupted at some point tomorrow. We should have the green light for Sunday, and it's play away. Victory Field is alive. Of course, they had the big fireworks last night. You got 2 fireworks shows in one. If you went to last night's game, there'll be fireworks after the second game tonight. Doubleheader in progress. Well, heavier rain north of Indianapolis. Let's zip up toward Sheridan, just north of you toward Kempton, an area of heavy rain moving to the northeast. It will cross 31 in Tipton County. Then we'll zip into Cass County. This storm has a little bite to it and may produce 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts, as well as some pea-sized hail. Notice it stretches up to Denver, which is in northern Miami County, just to the north then of Peru. But Bunker Hill and Galveston on the edge of that. that. And other than that, to the north, not much happening yet. Here are your thunderstorms down in Knox County to south of Terre Haute. There is a flood warning in effect. They've already had 2 inches of rain in portions of Knox County. Just to give you an idea, north of Anderson, 2 to 2.5 inches of rain from an earlier thunderstorm. And northwest portions of Clinton County have had almost 2 inches. And then that's still a work in progress down in Knox County, 2.5 inches or more of rain. 82 in Indianapolis, warmest spot temporarily, 84. That in Peru, but you've got the nearby thunderstorms. Tomorrow, rain chances still pretty high. Likely you'll have a thunderstorm. The rain chance minimal Sunday. I think we begin a dry stretch will last until Wednesday when thunderstorms come back. Temperatures definitely become more comfortable, not just because we lower the temperature a little bit, but we significantly lower the humidity on Monday and Tuesday. That'll be our most comfortable time right in here. Humidity will come back up as we get toward Thursday. Weekend forecast. Gusty winds and some heavy rainfall with any stronger storms during the day tomorrow. Sunday, drying out, cooling off a little bit. It'll take a while for the humidity to drop out, though. Temperatures will make their move toward the upper 80s tomorrow. Likely cut off, though, by increasing cloud cover and these thunderstorms that develop right after 1 o'clock. I think the most likely time that we begin to see more widespread thunderstorms. There's 1 to 4 and then 7 o'clock. Pretty active time period. 7-day forecast. Put the pieces of the puzzle together for you. On Sunday, 85, rain chance low. Monday and Tuesday, 2 of the best days in the forecast. Our thunderstorm chances will increase again as we get to Wednesday, and the temperature comes up Wednesday as well. 89 for the high. We made it to 90 today. 5th time this summer.
I missed you yesterday because I was doing Good Morning Indiana, but I was concerned about Rory and the fireworks. How do you do?
You have to turn all the noise on in the house that you can. Turn fans on, turn the TV up. My dog is afraid of noises, and so many other dog owners have the same problem.
Well, Meredith has Gypsy, and we were talking about that this morning, so I'm glad Rory's better. Yes?
She is.
Thank you very much. A journey to start a new career in the IT field. Next, in Hiring Hoosiers, how My Computer Career is putting students on the fast track to get a new job. That story next, right here on RTV6.
At 6 p.m., America Runs on Duncan.
Hiring Hoosiers, our initiative here at RTV6 aimed at connecting you to new employment opportunities, job training, and resources to build on your career or start a new career. And right now, skilled workers in IT and cybersecurity are in such high demand. RTV6's Nicole Griffin shows us one veteran's journey to start a new long-term path.
Robert Felvis enlisted in the U.S. Army in 2011. He served for 4.5 years, and during that time, he was deployed to Afghanistan.
I was assigned to the night shift on our radar. It gave me a lot of time to think, and it kind of led towards the spiral downwards.
He was experiencing a number of personal issues. After serving out his contract, he made the choice to go into the reserves and get the help he needed.
Shortly after being enrolled in the VA, that they told me about My Computer Career.
Last year, he decided to enroll. My Computer Career is geared toward helping people, especially veterans, start a new career.
We have military students that are, coming out of the military, they're making the adjustment into civilian life.
Students at My Computer Career have the chance to earn 9 certifications in their IT and cybersecurity program. It takes just 7 to 10 months to complete. Paul Wolf, the Indy campus director, says the skills these students are learning are in high demand.
Obviously, we see it on the news all the time. Hospitals and different networks being hacked, and people are finding themselves vulnerable.
On campus, they have a monitor that shows cyber threats happening all across the world right now. This is an effort to remind students just how important the skills they are learning really are.
The demand has picked up. Companies want to protect themselves.
As for Felvis, he's completed most of his certifications and now has a job working alongside students at My Computer Career. He's a lab assistant and teacher's aide. He has a message for other veterans looking to start a new career in the IT field.
Come here, find a family, find people that care about you.
Nicole Griffin, RTV6.
My Computer Career is approved to use the GI Bill for funding. It allows for people who are in the military, active duty, or not to take courses and utilize the funding they're getting from the military. For more information on how you could apply for this program, head to our website, hiringhoosiers.com. A strong jobs report for June. The Labor Department says job growth rebounded in June as employers added 224,000 jobs. The burst of hiring last month may suggest that employers are shaking off concerns about weaker global growth and awaiting benefits from tax cuts. We'll be right back. The News at 7 continues.
Meat Lover Slam is here. See you at Denny's.
Hey, don't forget ABC's Shark Tank coming to Indy. You can pitch your idea to the producers at an open call on July the 16th at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Doors open at 6. More information on the RTV6 app and the IndyChannel.com. Kevin?
Thunderstorms between Logansport and Peru, just west of Tipton, and then some others, Sullivan to Vincennes with some heavy rain.
Thanks for watching. Mark and Amanda tonight on the news at 11, and you have a great weekend.